a serene landscape, or ancient setting, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most profound stories from the Bible, the story of Job, known as Ab in some traditions. This tale explores the depths of faith, suffering, and divine justice. So, grab your coffee and let's get started. Scene 1. Introduction to an illustration of Job's life before his trials. Job is introduced as a wealthy and righteous man from the land of Uz. He has a large family, abundant livestock, and is known for his piety. In fact, the scripture describes him as blameless and upright, someone who fears God and shuns evil. Imagine living a life of such integrity and peace, where everything seems to be going perfectly. But this is where our story takes a dramatic turn. Scene 2. The challenge a depiction of the heavenly council. He claims that Job is only righteous because he is blessed with wealth and a happy family. This moment raises a crucial question. Is faith genuine if it is based solely on blessings? This sets the stage for a profound test of faith. This response is a powerful testament to his character. For 7 days, they sit in silence, mourning with him. They suggest that Job's suffering must be a punishment for sin. Eliphaz even says, "Consider now, who, being innocent, has ever perished?" This assumption reflects a common belief that suffering is always a result of personal wrongdoing. This shows the value of companionship in times of grief. In a heavenly council, Satan challenges God, questioning Job's integrity. God allows Satan to test Job, stating, "Everything he has is in your power." But on the man himself do not lay a finger. Scene 3. Job's suffering. Job in despair, losing his wealth and health. Job loses everything in a series of devastating events. He wishes he had never been born and longs for answers. Job's cry is deeply human. It resonates with anyone who has felt abandoned in their pain. His livestock is stolen, his servants are killed, and tragically, a great wind collapses the house where his children are feasting, resulting in their deaths. Sometimes, we must accept that not all questions will have answers. How often do we wish for someone to advocate for us in our darkest moments? Despite these unimaginable losses, Job responds with incredible faith. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Job is then afflicted with painful sores all over his body. It challenges us to trust in God's wisdom, even when we face suffering that seems unjust. Imagine the physical and emotional pain he endured. Let us know in the comments what you think about Job's journey. How does his story resonate with your own experiences? Until next time. Instead of addressing Job's complaints directly, God poses a series of questions. Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? He asks about the intricacies of creation, the constellations, and the behavior of wild animals. Job's story encourages us to hold on to faith, even when we don't understand our circumstances. How would you react in such a situation? However, the suffering doesn't end there. God then restores Job's fortunes, giving him twice as much as he had before. He is blessed with new children and a long, prosperous life. Scene 4. The friends visit Job's friends, arriving to comfort him. 3 of Job's friends, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar, come to console him. But when they begin to speak, things take a turn. Job, however, insists on his innocence. This leads to intense debates about justice, suffering, and the nature of God. Scene 5. Job's lament. Job crying out to God amid his suffering. Job laments and questions God. His longing for a mediator to plead his case highlights a universal desire for understanding and connection with the divine. Scene 6. God's response. A dramatic portrayal of God speaking to Job. Finally, God responds to Job, but not in the way one might expect. This response emphasizes God's sovereignty and the mystery of divine wisdom. Job is reminded that human understanding is limited. Scene 7. Restoration. Job's restoration and new blessings. Job humbles himself before God, acknowledging his limitations. This restoration serves as a powerful message. Even in despair, there can be hope and renewal. Scene 8. Conclusion: a reflective image of Job. The story of Job teaches us that faith can endure even in the darkest times. If you found this story inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into biblical stories.